Now, I'm not very familiar with Torx, but I'll tell you something, that I've just given these a little bit of a trial to see which which screwdriver is going to fit. But just bear, oh, can you see, it's a different camera angle today. Right, so let's have a zoom down here at the pump. Now I've used these so much the numbers off the ends have come off, so I don't know what it is. There's a Torx like this one. It's but it's a wee bit loose. See that one? Somebody will shout out and tell me which one it is. But there's this one, which is a perfect fit, and that one will allow the screws to come out without any trouble, so that's good. I'm going to take these screws out. Now there's another one here. There we go. That's come out. In fact, they're all Torx. I thought there was some Torx and... oh, that's a different size. That's a different... ah, there's another one. There we go. Oh, lucky day. We'll get them out. And I didn't have to hit them, that was good. Because nobody's put Loctite on them. Now they're the short screws. Oh, wait a minute. There should be some long screws and some short screws. Short. I'll take them all out. We've got to rebuild the pump anyway. Shorts. So the other ones here must be the long ones. That's the ones I want to get out. Yeah, I wonder if it's that screwdriver, isn't it? Oh yeah. Oh, now. Oh, that's what I was talking about. They're tight. So these three here, those three, they hold the cover on, but those are tight, so we're going to bang them off. The only thing I could find that was a nice tight fit was these little tiny ones come with a kit, and it's oh good help us, I'll put it in the description below. I'll have to get my magnifying glass out to read that. T20 hammer time. Nope. I'm going to bring it out. Let's put this directly into the gun if it will. Nope. They're going to be tight. There we go. That got him out. See what I mean? Hammer them. Hammer. I'll do that with the rest and get them out without damaging them. There. They all came out. They are tricky to get out. If you have a difficulty getting them to move, just simply drill off the heads, and then when the pump's off, you know, this housing's off, knock the pump out this way, because that's why they give you new bolts. So what we're going to do with those bolts, we're going to put these ones, small ones, back in the cover, so we know where they are, because we need them. We'll strip the pump down, naturally, but you can see they're sort of not evenly spaced. I don't know why they did that. But at least you can get to the pump, if you see what I mean. On the LT77 the pump was inside and it wasn't a particularly good pump. So what we're going to do, we've got those out the way. I'm going to put those screws and get some parts trays now, and we're going to start to strip this down. So I like these little trays here. They're kind of thick plastic. We've mentioned them before. They come from the dollar shop. They were $3 a piece. I don't know where they worked that out, but anyway. Little compartments, great for putting all your bits and pieces in, and keep them in a series as you're going along. Just keep filling them up so that when you come back to fitting them, you work in a reverse order. What we're going to do now you start to take little bits and pieces off the outside. The pipe, the adjuster, cover, reverse switch. I'm going to take them all off, get them out of the way. There's some bolts in there they've put in for the engine mountings. That's alright, we'll leave those in, we know where they are. We're going to take off this cover as well. Tape a gasket. Oh shit! This has had some hard work. In a minute. Now I'm going to put the bolts back in the holes. A, so we know that where they go. But when we do media blasting on this casing, we're not going to get dirt in the muck in the threads. But this is where I went. Oh! Can you see how burnt and black that is? That's oil that's I don't think it's been changed in years. Has it had the right oil in? Nasty stuff, eh? So we've got a lot of cleaning to do on that. Oops. Wow, I might as well get this off while we're here, eh? Let me get a, is it 19? 19 or a 17? 17, I'll get them both anyway. Oh, it's a 19. Now, this has got a funny little clip on here that holds it onto the chassis somehow, I don't know. But you can put the spanner over the top of that and you should be able to get that off. Oh, it wasn't even tight on. Like that. It just to say goes over. We'll put that clip back in there, not that it does anything. We'll put that in the box. We'll check all these switches before it goes out, naturally. We'll take that off there. Put that in the box. We'll go to the other side. The reason why I'm taking this off is because it's got a clip which holds this piping. To get this piping, we've got to take this piece off. So I'm just going to get this is a 13 and this is a 14. So all we're going to do, we're going to take the 13 and just back this off. Just crack it off, because we want to put this back in approximately the same place it came out without adjusting it too much. And that's stuck onto there. That's it. That's that. So we're going to put that in the box there. Take a 14. And take the pipe off. There's a copper washer under there. Take that off there. Put that in the box. The pipe's too big to go in the box, so we'll probably throw that on the floor. Now, we're down to now taking off this piece here. Let's get rid of some of these screws. And we'll explain how you get this collar off. You need that, you need that, and you need these split collars, not that one, that one's broken. You need these, alright? So what happens is, there's supposed to be a bolt that goes in the end of there, I think, or a cover. Oh no, that's an R377. I've got stuff everywhere. Anyway, the idea is this, that this is fully wound in, so I'll wind it out in a minute, but I just wanted to show you that on the end there's like a swivel. So you can see I can turn this but not this. So what the idea is that you're going to pull this away, because these shells have got a little thin ring on here and a thicker ring on there. The thicker ring on there goes round here. You can see where I'm going now? This thin bit goes over there. See? That goes round there. This piece, get this right. So when you've got this bit assembled, like this, this bit goes over the tool here to keep this together so it doesn't splay out. Clever, eh? I'll get this is a 15/16. I'll get that and my air gun and we'll pull this off. Right off. Right, so here we go. This is it in action. Slide that over there. Put the thin collar on here, if it will, like that. Slide that onto there, that onto there. Reverse your gun to tighten up. She's off. You'd have a hell of a job trying to do that with a three-legged puller. There's the ring. Ooh, I hit a bell. Kaput! So now we can put that away for a while. We don't need that. We don't need the gun. Now. Ooh. Look how loose that is. No wonder you had trouble getting it into gear. That's interesting, isn't it? The next thing we've got to get off is this casing. Before we get the casing off, let's move that over there. We've got to get some bits off here. We've got to get this selector off, which is an Allen key, and it's usually pretty tight. It's an Allen headed grub screw. We've got to get that off first. Now this might prove a little bit difficult, depends if they put Loctite on it. Now let's have a look at Allen keys. I sometimes end up using a socket for these because they are tight. Now that has got oil in the head, and I'm desperately looking around for a blowgun. I'll use this one. Stand back. We want to get the maximum depth onto that. Here. You might just be able to see it here, I'm not sure. Let's see, the further I can't go any further in. Anyway, it's here. Here. Need a bit of hot air. Take the key out so you don't heat the key up too much. If it's got Loctite on, which it should have, the heat will burn off the Loctite. Somebody's on the phone. There you go. Now that's going to be hot at that end, so but we'll persevere. But that broke the Loctite off without damage. Again, it's one of those things that if you don't know, what you can do is damage that Allen headed grub screw in there, look, and then you're sort of snookered really. You've got to drill it out. The problem with drilling Allen bolts and things like this is they are a little bit harder than regular bolts. So the idea is to get it, yeah, it's look, it's had Loctite on it. God damn it, look, it's saying right again. So we're going to put that in the box there. That's off, that should be nice and free. Is it in a gear? I don't think that will come out without, no, will it? No, but at least it's loose, that's main thing. So the next thing we've got to take off this 10mm here, this one here. We'll do that. I think we've already got that in the gun. Oops, there we go. That, we need a little pry bar to get that off, a little screwdriver. This just lifts out like that, look. We'll put that in the box, and we're going to put the screw, again, back in the hole. Putting screws back in the hole is great if you don't know really what you're doing, or if you're unfamiliar, and also that there may come a point in time where you're stuck for parts, and we don't know what we're getting into this, so it's nice to know that you put the bolts back in the holes where they came out of. The next thing, I'm going to take this housing off. These housings are held on by 12.10mm bolts. I actually, when I was desperate once, I got a 3/8 socket, and I actually welded a socket onto the end of it because I didn't have one. Oh, that's right, this was a spanner, so I welded it on the end so it would go onto here. I'm going to get some extensions out and the 3/8 gun, and we'll pull all these bolts off. Right, I'm going to pull those bolts out. I've got a wobble bit on this for these ones here at the top because they can be a little bit naughty. Whoops. There we go. And then for the rest of them, we don't need the wobble bit on. Yes, well, we need the extension one, where do we? And then we just go around the bolts and pull them out. I'll do that because it's a bit boring. Right, we'll get these last few bolts out. You find that all the bolts are the same length, I think. Yeah, they're all the same. Can't go wrong. Now, we're ready to split this piece off. I'll need a mallet. Well, there's one there, that'll do. Oh. Let's see if we can get this off. Hey. Now you can see when we've got that pin out, we can take that fork out of there, and this will come off thus. What the hell? Oh my goodness gracious me, look at the filter. It's destroyed itself. That's not good. Look at the muck in there. That's nasty, isn't it? I'm just having a look round it as you do. Yeah, that's nasty. That's going to go in the parts washer first. In fact, I'll do that now and it'll get it soaking.